This is WTFM News on the Hour. The Long Island Railroad canceled 9 late afternoon, early evening commuter trains today because of what it called a slowdown by members of the Brotherhood of Railway Carmen at its car repair shops. The line said it did not expect too much of a delay for commuters because we've picked the trains that would be least affected. The spokesman said the railroad was short of cars, so many people will have to stand anyway. The spokesman said the slowdown arose from the abolition of the jobs of 18 painters. He said the dispute was before a board of adjustment, whose ruling will be binding on both parties. But in the meantime, he said, we're just not getting the cars out of the repair shops. The spokesman said the railroad had gone to court over the slowdown. In Miami Beach, the scramble for delegates continues. James Brodsky reports.
Richard Nixon no longer acts like a man assured of the GOP nomination. At a morning news conference, he predicted victory on an early ballot, but would not join those who claim he'll win on the first vote. Since that time, he spent a busy day with various state delegations. The former vice president denied any erosion of his strength, but an informal canvass of delegates shows his hold on the South has weakened since California Governor Reagan announced his candidacy yesterday. Everyone, of course, is keeping count. Rockefeller supporters claim Nixon's strength has slipped to about 515 votes, over 150 short. A midday UPI poll, however, put Nixon's total at 648, just 19 shy. To add to the heat under which the convention is working, the Reverend Ralph Abernathy led his Poor People's marches into Miami Beach and promised to keep the symbolic mule train in front of Convention Hall. James Brodsky, Miami Beach.
For more on the story of that Poor People's March, here is Bill Greenwood reporting from GOP Convention headquarters.
Carrying signs that demanded an end to hunger in the United States, members of the Poor People's Campaign have launched demonstrations here at Miami Beach. The first target was the Fontainebleau Hotel, convention headquarters, where the Reverend Ralph Abernathy appealed for aid to impoverished America.
You know, this is the richest country in the history of mankind, and there's no need for people being poor like these people are.
Reverend Abernathy said the Poor People's Mule Train would also join in the series of protests during the remainder of this week. Bill Greenwood at GOP Convention Headquarters.
Europe is following this convention very closely. Chris Lodge has the story from London.
Across Europe, newspapers and radio and television have followed with an acuteness never before seen today's development in the Republican convention at Miami Beach. Television brought live from the convention center today's Richard Nixon press conference. The convention development even crowded out Britain's long-awaited proposal in Geneva that germ warfare be abolished. The Soviet press has so far remained silent on the quest for a next president. It is not expected to comment until after both candidates are selected. But in other Western nations, Europeans are being given a play-by-play summary of the latest developments, especially in the light of Richard Nixon's pledge to reunite Europe, including Britain, and patch up the thaw which has set in with President de Gaulle of France. Chris Lodge, London.
In other news, former President Eisenhower suffered another heart attack today, his third this year. At last report, he was reported in no pain, resting comfortably. President Johnson entered Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio today to undergo his annual physical checkup. The weather in just a moment.
Time on your hands.